All right, we're in round 3. We're on the draw. And I guess I kind of have to think about this hand, don't I? Well, right now we get to go possibly draw 1-drop. Negate's dead until we find a blue mana. We get to go Lieutenant into Knight to get negate, and we have a removal. I guess we got to keep it. It's not optimal hand because we don't have a 1-drop, but I think we do have to keep. All right, did draw one of our 16 1-drops, which is great news. So this hand definitely got a lot better. Jace. All right. So I could Silk Wrap right away. I don't think I want to do that just yet. I think it's better to... Well... It's debatable. I feel like getting the Lieutenant down is more important right now. I could see why it wouldn't be, but problem is... Well, all right, here's the real reason why. Next turn I get to go Knight plus Silk Wrap. Yeah, this is the right play. We basically let him loot once. Okay. We'll sack the Kithian. He did reveal the dragon, so he's going to gain some life. But I think that's okay. All right, so now we go Knight, Prairie Stream, Land, Silk Wrap, Jace, get in, Renown, pass. And now we should be able to play another Lieutenant and leave up Negate and hope that's good enough. Yeah. Yep. That's looking good. All right. Well, let's play the Flooded Strand and let's deck then. Yeah. Let's get our second Prairie Stream. Swing with our dudes. Play another Lieutenant. And play an Envoy. And then pass. So if he's got the... I think we let him dig here. Negate's got to just stop the board wipe. If we stop the board wipe, we win. Right? Or do we not quite? No, we do. We have Xaxis lethal, so he can find a board wipe. We have a negate. But negating the dig through time just leaves us too vulnerable to dying to Crux of Fate or whatever. I guess I technically can't stop that, but that's okay. That's kind of interesting. All right. Well, let's get in. So he eats this one and takes 9, goes to 2. Play a Dragon Hunter, leave up Negate and pass. It's the blocker for his Dragon Lord, and we just kill him because Dragon Hunter can't be blocked. I mean, we would have killed him anyway. What am I talking? All right. So I didn't even have to show him the Negate. He's definitely going to bring in... All right, so I think... Well, Silk Wrap deals with Jace, which is kind of important. But I still feel like Stasis Snare is more important, especially since he's likely running dragons that... Well, I mean, first things first. Let's figure out what we want to cut. We're not running 4 Silk Wraps. I think we can probably ditch all the silk wraps, leave the stasis snares. That way we can deal with Jace, or we can deal with a big dragon that steals things. So let's bring in 2 more disdainful strokes. Let's bring in, I feel like Treasure Cruise is good here, but see, this is the match where you'd want Treasure Cruise. So it's kind of difficult. We also want Dispel because it's a 1-mana way to stop Dig Through Time. But we also want the Negate because he's going to bring in spot removal. What if we don't bring in... All right, what if we do... Probably don't need double Stasis Snare. Let's do 1 Stasis Snare. Let's bring in 2 Dispels. And then let's bring in 1 Treasure Cruise. So this way, we've got a lot of counter spells. We've got a way to rebuild board. And we probably don't need that much removal, I imagine. Okay, let's try this. I'm trying to think how many instants. I almost want to just look up an Esper control list, sort of, and I'm just going to pause for a sec. Well, I've only got a minute, but I'll... Yeah, I mean, that deck runs a lot of counter spells and instant speed removal. We definitely want the double Dispel at least. So let's do it like this. I think this is going to be fine. Maybe the 1 of Stasis Snare is just unnecessary. Gotta keep this hand. So we open with Envoy and then go Kythian Dragon Hunter. There's our Negate. Ooh. It's a nice land. Ooh, Aershen Cleric's pretty good for him there. Well, Knight's actually fine draw. Let's go Kythian Dragon Hunter pass. Clerics for days, son. Maybe if he misses land drop, that's... Oh, well. No such luck. Alright. Go Knight here. Alright, well, we've got double Negate, which I would say is pretty relevant. Want to draw another land, actually. Yeah, it's pretty good. So I guess we just go Lieutenant. Okay. Yeah, we're definitely letting that resolve, so Envoy's gone. Didn't reveal anything either, which is good news. Well, I mean, yeah, this is it. Got a wall of counter spells, so... See, if he casts Dig, once again, I think we have to let it resolve. Maybe if I... Yeah. Maybe not playing Dragon Hunter there was correct, but I think we just basically have to let him play Dig Through Time. I don't love it. I really don't. But see, the problem is if I counter it, he just board wipes, and then I'm in too much trouble. So we're going to let the Dig Through Time resolve. It does suck. It definitely sucks. All right, I guess I have to bring my removal back in. This is a tough match to balance spells for. I'll say that. Wish I could counter that. All right. Let's Dex in here. So I guess we swing. We're going to have to lose, I think, just a Dragon Hunter, but we'll turn Kithian into a threat. And we'll force the Arishan Cleric to attack. And we'll pass. Yeah, he's going to get to gain life there. We got to worry about more important spells than gaining 4 life, drawing a card. He is going to flip Jace, which kind of sucks, but... It's also a foil Jace? Jeez, it's impressive. Was that like a promo thing, or is that just straight up a foil Jace? Yeah, we got to counter that one. So I think the negate is the... because we want the versatility. It's got to attack Gids. Alright, so we attack Jace. Gonna have to lose Consul's Lieutenant, but I think we're gonna have to basically be okay with that. We gotta take out Jace. Jace is too much of a threat. So Jace will go down. Well, he could also just lose the Cleric, I guess. Which he might do. I feel like Jace is more important than the Cleric. Maybe not. Alright, Jace is gone. We've got 2 counter spells. We've got a Gideon. I'm going to counter the Dig Through Time now. Yeah, we counter that. Because now we have Disdainful Stroke for basically any board wipe, any dragon, anything of substance here. War Reaper's fine. I'm not going to use it. There's really no reason to use it. Well, now we get to use it, I guess. Now we're going to start swinging with the team, too. I guess we have to counter that. I don't want him to have that. So, gotta hope his last card's not a board wipe, but if it's not, we get to smash in for a lot of damage. Alright. Unfortunate, but that's the way it cookie crumbles on that one. So now Treasure Cruise would be nice. Dispel. Yeah, it's not what I wanted to see. And nor is that. I mean, I guess if he flips Jace, I get to attack Jace. You can't really give it -2, -0. So I guess that's good, right? Oof. Man, I really wanted to pressure him there. So then he even gets to block and flip too, which is just sick. Jace is so good. Well, maybe he Jace digs, then problem is he doesn't even need to use too much mana for it. Looks like that's his plan. Yeah, and we're going to counter it. I mean, try to. Oh, Mentor? That's really bad. So I'm going to have to finely tune the sideboard for this specific matchup. Gets your prowess trigger, but can't let you cast that. Alright, I need a threat here. It's technically a threat. So swing at the Jace. Force the block. Play the Envoy. You can. Problem is he can just. Oh, I guess he can't do the command just yet, can he? Okay. Yeah, we gotta let that hit him. Oh. Drawing the Mentor's pretty bad. Lieutenant does something, I guess, so let's force the attack. Jace again. Play the lieutenant, but then he can... So he just gets to Silumgar's command. He gets to kill a guy. Man. Well, at least he loses Jace, I guess. All right. So he can lose... He can lose Jace to play Silumgar's command, to kill Lieutenant and Gideon. I wish I could do something about that. All right. I'm bringing back all the Silk Wraps now that apparently I'm playing against a bunch of creatures, so... I probably just shouldn't have taken them out in the first place. Disdainful stroke. So disdainful. So let me think about what I'm going to side. I'm probably going to drop a disdainful stroke. I'm probably going to drop a negate. I'm probably going to drop... I almost want to bring in another treasure cruise too. It just rebuilds. It's such an important card in this match. So I got to find a way to... I'd probably jam in 3 Silk Wraps, I'm thinking. Alright, Knight's not the worst. Can at the very least attack. So I'm going to slightly alter my removal count. This thing lets him return dragons too, which is pretty sweet actually. For him, not for me. All right. Well, kind of glad he did it on his turn. Oof. That was a rough one. Ouch. It's pretty painful. Pretty painful. Okay, so I guess 4 Silk Wraps have to come in. I don't want to. I admit, I really don't want to bring in Silk Wraps in this match, but I feel like if I don't, I'm just going to lose. Getting out top deck by a control deck is so infuriating. You know what I mean? Because, we're supposed to be the deck that's, putting pressure consistently, and my opponent's, the deck running 28 lands, you know? But then again, he has seen 9 more cards than we have, so I guess it makes sense. But it's GG's now, so let me think about this. Yeah, so we got to bring in, I guess, 4 Silk Wraps. Like I said, it feels wrong because it's a control match, but I have to. So I got to find a way to jam 4 Silk Wraps in there. We can just concede. I can't beat that. Okay. So let's figure this out. Let's drop Stasis Snare. Let's drop at least 1 Disdainful Stroke. Let's drop a Negate. Let's bring in... We want 4 Silk Wraps, so... I'm trying to think how important Disdainful Stroke is. Dispel just stops everything. Right? Except Languish. Which is why I kind of need the mix of counters. But having a 1-mana answer for Dig Through Time is also nice. Man. This is tough. Might have to drop another Disdainful Stroke, but then it's like, why do I even have them on a sideboard then? See, the problem is I can't drop creatures. And the Treasure Cruise just still seems insane in this match. I'd love to find a way to bring the second one in. I don't even know how to do that. I think we'll drop 1 stroke. So two strokes, 2 negates, 2 dispels, 4 silk wrap. Yeah, let's try this. Man, I think I might have to keep this because of the knight. Yeah, we got to keep it. This hand could definitely pose some issues, but the thing is, if we see 1 more land, we get to play knight, and we find our blue mana, and then we can at least counterspell. Plus, we have 2 1-drops. Like, it doesn't seem right to mulligan this one. We have 20 lands we could draw. That's a pretty significant amount of spells. All right. I think we still want to do the Woe Reaper. Dragon Hunter may be better late. I don't know. This is an important draw step. We got to draw a land so we can go Silk Wrap. Oof. That's a rough one. Come on, baby. Give me that land. Please give me a land. Land. Thank you. So now we crash in. Play the knight. And we have Dispel up, but can't stop the Languish. I still think, well, yeah. See, that's rough. Yeah, now we rip land again. Yeah. It's a bummer. It's a bummer. What do you want me to say? It really sucks. I wish that didn't happen. I wish I had the land so I could have countered that. I mean, at least I have the answer to creatures. I have the answer for a lot of things. I'm still supplying some pressure. Oh, now I definitely didn't want to rip land. God, I want my distributions to be so much better in this deck than they're turning out to be. Now I can't counter again. But the problem is I don't know. I can't let my opponent do a lot of things. All right. Yeah. Threat. Please, the threat. There it is. I mean, being able to get past a dragon is also relevant. I would have smoked my opponent had I had that land at the right time. So if I Disdainful Stroke, I don't think we Disdainful Stroke. We get by this guy. That just resolves. Yeah. Pro Dragon coming up huge. And yes, I'm playing this just because I can counter Dig Through Time. This is a good question. I guess we let it resolve. The thing is, he can play Arishan Cleric and we still can kill him because of the Silk Wrap. So we need Disdainful Stroke for the board wipe, because otherwise he's just dead. Like if his best play is Arishan Cleric, we still kill him with the Dragon Hunters and the Silk Wrap. Alright, that sucks. God, that sucks so bad. Duress. Duressing against us, too. It's so, man. That's a rough one. That is a rough one. I gotta give him credit. So now he's gonna languish again, I suppose. No, he's gonna Crux of Fate. Even more insulting. No, he's languishing. Alright, that sucks. Yep, that's exactly what I didn't want to see. Yep, not gonna do anything for us. Man, this was a frustrating match. So close, and we just couldn't do it. Man, it's a real bummer. So, how do I mitigate the flood and screw that our deck seems to be having the problem with? The inevitable flood screw problem that we just keep having a problem with. I just don't understand. I wish I could solve it. It's really frustrating. Yeah, like, see, Treasure Cruise would be good here. How do I don't know how to sideboard against this deck. I'm just not a masterful enough sideboarder. And I keep getting outclassed, and I don't know. This just did not work the way I really needed it to. We really needed to have that land up so I could Disdainful Stroke the Languish, and we just didn't have it. So I played into the Languish, I guess incorrectly, but yeah, man. Like if I could just guarantee that I saw 4 lands every game, that would be perfect. Doesn't even need to, yeah, it doesn't even need to gain life anymore. We're in so much trouble. All right, this sucks. I wish the deck was performing better for us, but I guess we have to learn some lessons. Because to be quite honest, this is the match that we're supposed to win. So if we can't even beat this deck, then that's pretty bad. This is, like I said, this is the match we're supposed to win. So being unable to beat this deck is pretty bad. That's a pretty bad sign for our deck. And we just, like, I just can't do anything about the nonstop life gain. I can't even really comfortably attack into a Mentor with 3 cards in hand, one of which is almost assuredly a Dig Through Time. All right, so what can I do? I mean, this match is over, but I'm just thinking, what can I do for future games with this? I mean, I don't want to just give up on the deck right away, but man, this is about as bad a performance as you would expect, I guess, in a daily. Yeah. Like I said, that's the match we're supposed to win. So if we're losing the match we're supposed to win, that's just really bad. That is really bad. So I don't know. I don't know. I guess we got one more round to see if we can do anything with this deck. But man, really, really poor performance so far, unfortunately. But it is a brew, so I guess you never know what... they don't always turn out to be as good as you want them to be, unfortunately. But let's do one more match and see if we can take one match down. That'd be nice.